been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two. Hey y'all, this is my review for the Real Housewives of Potomac. Whew, what episode we on? Episode 17. I apologize. This is my first video on YouTube since my vacation in LA. Yesterday I had to work at my other job, as well as I had to edit Pop Roast Extra for the Patreon, so I didn't get a chance. I'm off all day today, and I'm gonna try to get Potomac out today. I'm gonna film Married to Medicine. I think I have to do 2 parts of that reunion. Yep, I gotta do 2 parts of that reunion. And then Beverly Hills, the last part of that one, as well as Miami. So yeah, I have a lot on my plate, but thank y'all for being patient. Let's get into the episode. So we open with a montage of what a few of the ladies are doing. We see Wendy working on her show, Ashley and Gizelle working on their clothing line together, which looks a hot mess, by the way. And now we're with Nneka, who is going into the fertility clinic with her husband. It's the day where she gets artificially inseminated. Did I get that right? We're then treated to a very awkward scene of the two of them going into the bathroom so she can extract his sperm without the use of spit or lubricant. So yeah, they leave the mics on. We're treated to that as well. We even see the cameraman and production laughing. But yeah, we then see her getting inseminated, and I'm guessing it didn't work because she's not pregnant present day. I guess we'll find out at the reunion. Next scene, we're with Mia and G getting couples therapy. And y'all know how much I love reviewing when the couples go to therapy. So basically they're discussing whether they're on the road to divorce or not. And it seems like Mia is the one with all the concerns. We cut to her confessional and she says that she tried to consult counsel for a divorce before, but then Gordon emptied her bank account and she considered that abuse, which it is, emotional abuse. I would say her knowing that G is capable of that type of pettiness, like she never forgot that. So I'm not surprised they are where they are as a couple today. So they're discussing their intimacy issues, and I could have sworn that they had an arrangement between each other. Like she can, go out and get hers and make sure she's satisfied as long as she comes back home to him. Did I make that up? Let me know in the comments. So it looks like their therapy session ended on a good note. Unfortunately, present day, their marriage didn't. Oh my God, next scene we're with Candice as she's about to have a therapy session with this hack therapist who we've seen amongst a lot of reality shows. And something about him looks a little different. Like he looks a little bit sharp now, a little bit more Hollywood, especially with that Beijing lining he has. So Dr. Ken is his name. I mean, he got the tailored plaid suit on, the fresh pair of white G-Nikes, fresh line up. He came camera ready. I mean, clearly the man is a hack. I mean, judging from Candice's actions, the therapy ain't working. So the gist of this session is Candice wants to have a baby and she wants to make it her #1 priority. I mean, I thought she put all that on hold for her music career, but I guess we'll see next season if that actually happens. Truthfully though, even though I don't like Candice, I mean, I've been waiting to see the storyline of her becoming a mom. So I'm sure they're gonna bring her back next season. So next scene, we have all the ladies meeting up together. This is because of Mia, and she's doing a photo shoot with a local magazine. And she tells all the ladies how this came about, and it was because the editor was looking for trailblazing and influential black women, yet he's talking to Mia. Look, if you just want the Real Housewives of Potomac to sell your little magazine, just say that. So they're all doing like a, kind of like how Atlanta did way back in the day. They're doing a transformation shoot with all the ladies as black female icons. Now the shade was, we see Mia telling all the ladies that Nneka wasn't invited because she's new, and I'm sure during filming, no one knew who the new housewife was. So maybe that was a production call, or maybe Mia, like saying that, well, the editor didn't know who she was. And let's be honest, we don't even know if Nneka's coming back next season. Anywho, as the ladies are arriving, of course we see Candice and Wendy giving dirty looks to all the women they don't like. So they're gathered around now, and I wrote this down of all the ladies being told what icon they're gonna be. And they do like a quick dress rehearsal. They don't look just like them yet, but Mia's gonna be Pam Grier. I didn't really see it from the dress rehearsal. Wendy, Cheryl Lee Ralph, I could see that. Robin as Mariah Carey. And they had her come out in some pants. I'll let y'all know what I think of it afterward, because I think they show how it came out at the end of the episode. Karen is Lena Horne. I can see that. Ashley was Dorothy Dandridge. Okay. Gizelle as Beyonce. And they have her wearing like the Michael Jackson inspired Super Bowl outfit she had when she did it with Coldplay. Actually, I can see it. They have her hair just like how Beyonce had it. And then Candice as Diana Ross, which from the fitting, I don't see it, but I think she can do it. I will say though, shout out to Mia for getting this divided ass cast all in the same place. She's definitely coming back next season. Next scene with Robin and Juan. Always a surprise to see Juan, by the way. But they're looking at a commercial space for Robin's franchise that she's starting. It's with Glow Studio. I'm thinking it's like a spa, massage parlor. I don't know. Juan asked Robin what her budget is. And I don't know why she's trying to act coy and say, I don't know. Like, how you looking at commercial spots and you don't even know your budget? Okay, girl. I think she's just saying this just because she don't want to say it on camera. But they do tell us the cost of this space. So they show us the price and it looks like it's about $68,000 a year. Compared to New York prices, like between 100 and 200K, this seems like a steal for wherever this place is. So we cut to Robin's confessional and she's talking about, I guess, the burden of being the breadwinner because Juan lost his job. And then they're not talking about Gizelle and her family issues that's going on. As y'all know, Gizelle lost her dad, I believe last year. And she's going through it right now because he's in the hospital. We then cut to Gizelle's confessional talking about it, and you know, she tried to come off tough as nails, but it looks like she's getting real emotional. She don't really talk about it too much. She does have this fashion show coming up, but she says as soon as that's over, she's going straight to be with her dad. Again, I think if Gizelle really focused on her personal life a lot instead of just being known as the messy person on the show, she'd be more likable. So next scene we're with Wendy on her talk show pilot shoot. She's talking to her executive producer and asking her the budget. Again, another budget question, and nobody wants to answer it. Now this time, Wendy's asking, did they go over the budget? Judging from the producer's face, it looked like she has, but she doesn't want to say how much. Like, I'm not comfortable with this. Girl, what do you mean? Like, she's paying you. Of course she needs to know the budget. Turns out the budget was $20K and they exceeded that. We then cut to Eddie cutting Wendy a check for $50K. I mean, that man loves his wife. I applaud him. But $50K for a YouTube show? Girl, if you don't go to Best Buy, get you a camera. Is she paying the guests to come on her show? Like, what's going on? Where's the budget going? And listen, I'm all for a high production value. I mean, imagine if Pop Roast had a $20K budget. And she can't do her show with a $20K budget? It must be going to hair and makeup and wardrobe, something. I'm actually about to look at Wendy's YouTube and just see how it's performing and if she's getting some type of return. Okay, so she has 19,000 subscribers. Let's see how the videos are doing. Okay, the episode she did 2 days ago, 6,000 views. Last week, 5.1K views. 2 weeks ago, 1.8. Child, I don't know. Pop Roast has more views than the majority of these episodes, so she's still in the red as far as seeing a return on her investment. Just throwing money at the wall. Like, girl, just stick to teaching. That's what you're good at. That's what you got those 4 degrees for. I'm still gagged by $50K. Like, could y'all imagine if Pop Roast had like at least a $20,000 budget, what we can do and the numbers that we perform at? Like, does anybody know a network? Please get them in contact with us. So we see a few of her guests that's gonna be on her first episode. April Ryan, I recognize her. The Jasmine brand, shout out to the Jasmine brand. And then we see the first episode is presented as a panel, and it's giving cliche, and I'm not about to watch all of this. Fast forward. I'm thinking she paid this woman to be on the panel. That is my only explanation. So next scene is the day of Gizelle and Ashley's fashion show. We see them backstage talking to the real designer of these horrid fashions, and Gizelle's just letting them know that she's going through it right now. So people are arriving at the venue, and remember y'all, this is where the fight took place. But Karen comes first, and we cut to her confessional, and she's saying Gizelle has been dressing better this year, and hopefully that is reflective in the line she's presenting. Ooh, and speaking of Karen, can y'all believe that headline? Not a DWI. And I'm like, didn't Gizelle say something about that a few seasons ago? Pop Roast is gonna be lit this weekend, so y'all make sure y'all tune in. So then Wendy arrives and she actually hugs Ashley and acknowledges Gizelle. She tells her congrats. And Gizelle acknowledges her back and says thank you. I mean, that's progress. Child, not this slow motion walk entrance with Charisse and Robin. Oh, and we got a Miss Sheila cameo. You know, I just have a soft spot for scamming ass Sheila. I do. So Candice arrives and she actually acknowledges Ashley too. While we're getting all the cameos, we have the Sesame Street character, and production is so messy for adding that horror soundtrack when she's in frame. And then we see, what's her name? Jacqueline. She's there too. The camera then cuts to Wendy's face and she looks less than pleased to see Deborah. We cut to her confessional and she's like, of course Ashley invited her. She's being messy. Now, to Ashley's credit, Deborah is her best friend, so why wouldn't she be there? I don't think she was being messy. I just think, you know, Ashley's going to invite all her people there. I mean, even in the fight video, you can see that most of Ashley's friends were there. So then a little later, as Wendy's talking to one of Ashley's friends, Deborah comes up to her and hugs her. Now, I don't know what I would have done had somebody I don't fuck with try to come up and hug me. I would have been like, oh, what's going on here? What's going on? We probably would have got into it. Or I probably would have kept it cute and been like, okay, all right, something. But I wouldn't just let it go. Like, oh, hi, no. I would be at least my sarcastic self. I would love to know what y'all would do in this situation or what y'all think that Wendy should have done. Because unfortunately for Wendy, as she's talking about in her confessional, like she was being just as fake as Deborah, if we call it a spade a spade. When I tell y'all everyone affiliated with Potomac is at this show, so then me is the last to arrive. We then see Kiarna. Poor Kiarna. I'm sure she didn't expect for the night's events to lead to that skirmish. So then as all the ladies are seated, Robin asks Mia, like, when do they get to see the photo shoot? And then we see all the ladies on their photo shoots and flashbacks, and they all look good. And look at Robin. Like, I was scared at first for Mariah Carey, but they got her in the gown with the little MC swoop. I'm like, okay, I see you. Look, I'm not a complete hater. Like, I'll give the ladies due when they deserve it. All right, so the line is starting, and it looks horrendous, pretty much. It's like a low-budget She by Sheree. But at least they have a fashion show with fashions. We cut to Karen's confessional. She said she would call it booty call nightclub wear. After we see Karen shade the line, we then see Wendy and Candice talking about the line to each other, who have the same sentiments as I do. Honestly, I'm surprised they both came because I didn't think they fucked with neither of the designers. So why would they even be there? I guess camera time and free food and liquor. Hell, I would have came too. Oh, child, every single look, it's not good. Not good at all. They just playing with people's time and money. Hands in the chat if you plan on buying anything from G&A. Yeah, who is working out in these clothes and in public? So after they presented that awful line, Gizelle and Ashley gets on the mic, they give their thank yous, and Gizelle gives a special thank you to Ashley because she admits that she dropped the ball due to family issues, and she just gives Ashley her props for stepping up. So then we cut to a few of the ladies talking. It is Wendy, Candice, Mia, Kiarna, and Karen. And Mia's telling the group about Gizelle's dad and he's going into surgery. Candice says she's sorry to hear that, and Mia's like, why don't you tell her that? Candice said that she can wish people's loved ones well from a distance, and Wendy agrees with her. Wendy, though, adds on top of that, when her mom was in surgery, that the ladies were all ganging up on her. Now, let's keep a spade again. Let's keep it 100. Wendy's mom was not in life-threatening surgery. She had a procedure like we saw on camera, so she needs to stop that. Her life was not hanging in the balance. Now, I get it, but just say you don't like the bitch. That's why you don't want to wish her well. Don't bring your mom into it. So after that, we then see the ladies toasting and the party's continuing. Gizelle, she has to leave on a flight to see her dad. Some of the ladies leave. The credits are rolling, and then we hear Ashley asking production, have we wrapped? So they wrapped for the evening, and then it fades to black. Production then lets us know At 9:56 p.m., production wrapped filming, but the mics were still on. And then, y'all know what happened. Y'all could go Google on TMZ, you know, the fight, the bop, bop, bop. All that happened. I don't think they're going to show it next week, but yeah, that's where the episode ends. We hear like the mic feed of everything that went down. So I'm guessing we're going to find out how did it start, which I think is just as important as seeing it. So yeah, not a bad episode. It was decent. This season needs to end though. I really need it to end. Can't wait to see the reunion preview. I did see the looks, and collectively, I would say they did a good job. Like, you know, the all black theme. Gizelle looks the best she has ever looked on a reunion. So me and Alex might be doing a reunion looks review. It just depends on, you know, whether our sponsor wants to contribute or not. So yeah, I'll keep y'all up to date on that. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought of this episode. And with that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for Married to Medicine Reunion Parts 2 and 3. Bye.